So I was thinking, I have a couple globes of which I would like to talk about since they're kind of Christmassy themed, and I think they are very adorable. Now I'm going to put a little wreath on my little thing here, a backdrop. There we go, got my little wreath. Give me one sec. I will go get my Okay, so let's talk about the first one. Let's see, I got some Christmas cookies too. Let's be grounded here. Let's be civil. Okay, so the water has never been changed in these, so don't get mad at that. I don't know how to do it, and I don't want to break them. So this one, it's kind of like a winter's breath globe. This globe, the water is clearly stagnated. I'm sorry, there's nothing that can be done about this. And you've got a bunch of geese flying overhead with the woods and the trees and a little waterfall. You see that little cute river waterfall? It's harder to see now because the water is so... So that's your little waterfall. You keep turning it. This globe is older than 20 years old. I think this one is maybe about 30 at this point. 30 or 31 years old. I'm not 100% sure. Don't hold me on it. It's a little dusty, so let me get some of that dust off to show you its real colors. Now, part of the reason this globe is so dusty is because we haven't used it in forever, and it's often by our little, I'll say the family tomb. Anyway, so this, there we go, got it a little bit nicer. I gotta shine this up in here a little bit. I believe that to be a waterfall, but the colors are faded. So it's got this little cute waterfall and a little shed. Immense detail, by the way. Immense detail on this Winter's Breath one. Even if you go real close to these leaves, zoom out of it, and we'll zoom in. Look at the detail. Honestly, that is some serious detail work. You can feel the texture of the stones. You can see the texture of the waterfall, the little waves coming down. Even the texture of the wood on the cabin. This, I would rate at least an 8 to 9 out of 10, only because the water is kind of, no one really likes it. But there's something real special about this globe. And I know you know how they have these sparkles, but this is not a normal globe. You don't have to shake this one. You don't have to shake it at all. It shakes itself. On top of that, it's not just a globe. Isn't that beautiful? But now, we get to our next globe. Now this one you do have to shake. This is the globe. This is mine from my childhood. Bradford Exchange. Now this one is a lot younger than this one, but the details in this globe are just as beautiful. Look at the texture of the teddy bear's fur. Look at how well defined it is and how textured everything is. It's so beautiful. Has a whole family gathered around a Christmas tree. Looks really nice, eh? You have all the little details like the ball right there and the drum, your gifts. I would rate this one a 10 out of 10. In fact, I would if, again, the water was a little less grimy. Let's look at the other side. Here we got some little bells that are, again, look at that detail, highly detailed. Highly detailed, textured, it's all around the whole thing. Now inside of this is a beautiful little train. You got two teddy bears right here. And then let's turn it again. This is a very large and extremely heavy globe. We got some carolers and a little teddy bear. But again, this isn't just a globe that you'll be looking at in the sense of just a globe that you shake. Of course, this one you do have to shake. It's not like the other one that rotates itself. However, something very special about this globe. It's also a music box. It is magical, and all the water is there. There's a little bit of dirt, but again, I can't do anything about that. Then if you look down here comes the train. Look at that. Now, I admit that this one doesn't have a long drive in it. And the whole thing is clay. As you can see, mine is pretty detailed, and this was my childhood globe that used to be used as my lullaby thing. There comes the front of the train again. You got all the windows of which you can see it through. The sheer amount of detail, craftsmanship, and in general, beauty of this globe, I feel is fairly unmatched. I love how it looks. It's got the beautiful glitters inside. It's got absolute detail just everywhere about it. Everything about this one is glorious. Now, let's take a look at both of these globes side by side. You can't tell me those aren't pretty. Now, you might be watching some of this video sideways, which I apologize. For some reason, my phone doesn't always turn to the side when I try to get it to record, so you'll just have to tilt your head. Anyway, so this is my 2 globes, both of which are extremely detailed.